What's happening on this chilly Thursday afternoon? I'm Mike Madry in place of Fred Barletta. If there's a secret to achieving success in sports, the Crestwood girls field hockey coach Elvetta Gemski has had that secret ingredient. Since the 1970s, she's turned the Comet field hockey program into a powerhouse. She has former players of hers lighting it up in the college ranks as well. It's almost a cliche at this point in the season to say the Comets are still alive. Their next opponent, after winning in a double overtime thriller against Alloy Valley 2-1, happens to be a familiar one. They'll face the Wyoming Seminary Blue Knights on Saturday, a team they've shut out twice this season. Well, the Lady Cougar softball team has surely had a memorable season. Not to mention only one loss during their campaign. They haven't shied away from drama the whole season, especially in this do-or-die situation they've been in. Wednesday night was the same story up against Williamsport. One thing's for sure, the Lady Cougar softball team sure loves drama.
Bottom six we go. Becky Demko on the mound, no score when Alexis Bauer ropes a single down the third base line. The Lady Cougars would find themselves in trouble, but the trouble would shift towards Williamsport's way. Demko, wild pitch. Megan Horn takes off to score, but Demko applies the tag and Hazelton escapes the jam. Coach Bauer, not a happy camper. Score remains at 0. But that was only one out, and the runner from second would move on the wild pitch. So next batter, Sam Fisher, she would pop out, and then Demko on a 2-2 count gets Kayla Moore to strike out. Top 7 we go. Bauer on the hill facing Michaela Brody, and Brody rips a single past Michaela Brower. She would advance to second on a sac bunt. So key situation in the inning, 1 out, and Brower flings it past her catcher. Brody moves to third. Keep in mind, Becky Demko was at bat. Would she keep the Cougar season alive? The answer, yes! She drills one to right field long enough to plate Brody, and the Cougars take a 1-0 lead. We head to the bottom 7. Last chance for the Millionaires to make a comeback, and with 2 outs, Demko would get Tiana McCormick to line out. The Cougars are moving on, folks.
The Crestwood football squad started off scorching last season. They lost their opener against Berwick only to rattle off 6 straight wins. The Comets can only hope they start off as strong as last season. The only thing they would probably like to do differently is finish off teams heading down the stretch.
The Comets are coming off a season in which they went 5-0 on the road, and if it wasn't for losing 3 out of their last 4 games last season, their outcome may have turned out differently. The Comets are led by junior quarterback Jay Popson and junior standout running back and linebacker star Frankie Eideldinger. But we'll need these two at the top of their game in order to live up to the expectations they've set for themselves.
Taking a quick look at the Crestwood schedule, and their first 5 games will open up at Berwick in what should be a packed house at the Berwick High School. Last year, the Comets lost 48-21, which opened the season for Crestwood and the Bulldogs. Their home opener up in Mountaintop will unfold on the 13th of September as Coach Myers looks to prepare his Comets for a successful season. The weather already cooling down in August, you can feel it in the air. With yesterday's cool breeze, it just felt like football was on the way. And the wait is almost over. 21 days until the NFL season kicks off. However, even closer until high school football rolls right around the corner.
August 30th marks the day of a new start and a new season for the Hazelton Cougars. The Cougars know they have their work cut out for them after coming off a disappointing season last year. The Cougars are already in their 2-day practicing format, practicing once early and then once during the evening. The Cougars open their season at home versus Scranton, and one thing Coach Drumheller is already sold on is the experience.
Well, the first thing is we got a lot of seniors back. You know, they've been in the games before as sophomores and juniors, and right now we're getting great senior leadership from them, and their attitude is great, and they're just working very hard.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us here on News 13 Sports. I'm Mike Madry, filling in for Fred Barletta. Well, really, where to start today? So many exciting finishes in professional sports, and I guess if you're a Boston fan, most of that excitement came your way between the Red Sox and Patriots. How about a little salt and poppy? Detroit-Boston ALCS Game 2 last night, where the Red Sox looked to pick up some momentum, down 1-0 at home in the series, and they would pick up a much-needed win. David Ortiz delivering the game-tying grand slam in the 8th inning, and it would be Jared Saltalamacchia stepping up with the game-winning hit. The Red Sox pick up the W, and the series tilts back to Detroit. Exciting stuff last night in Fenway.